All right. All right. Hey, everyone. I'm going to kick this thing off tonight. So welcome. I know if you've heard us chatting a little bit here, you might have caught a little bit, but welcome. I just want to welcome everyone to our Freedom Revolution event. I am Schnieder. As you can see, I am a National Marketing Director with the Juice Plus Company, and alongside of me this evening are two of my dear friends, AJ and Robin, and they're going to share a little bit later. But I just want to first say thank you for taking the time to see what we're up to. We know that your time is precious, and we do appreciate you just, trusting whoever invited you and hopping on to hear what we've got to say tonight. So as we get started, I'm going to ask you to play along, even though I can't really see all of you. I want you to hold up your fist. Just do it for yourself, okay? Everybody hold up your fist. Did you know that you're supposed to get 9 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables the size of your fist every day? Okay, every day. And if you're an athlete, so I'm an athlete, I'm also a personal trainer. We work with a lot of high-level athletes. If you're an athlete, you need more like 16 to 18 servings, this size, every day. So that's pretty incredible, right? So I want you just to start thinking about that, okay? I have yet to meet someone who doesn't know what fruits and vegetables are, or someone who doesn't agree that they could benefit from getting more into their life and into their diet every day. So I want to ask you, and you can answer in your own head, are you getting that? Are you getting 9 to 13 or 16 to 18 fistfuls daily? I know I'm not even, and I am kind of fanatical about how we eat. My husband would say, as a family, we're very passionate about health, and we are very conscious of how we eat, and I don't even get as many as I need. So I know it's hard, right? And that's one of the many things that I love the most about what I'm going to share with you tonight. The most researched food-based product in the entire world, called Juice Plus, and it just helps us bridge the gap between what we should be eating, what we actually are consuming. And so, really, I'm a pretty simple person. Juice Plus is a pretty simple concept, and so I kind of got it right away. So I just want to show you guys. I've got 3 bottles here. I'm going to put in a 4th. This very simple product line, okay? Like I said, I'm a simple person. It's a pretty simple concept. These are the foundation of our very narrow product line. It is literally, in these 3 bottles, it's literally 30 fruits, veggies, and berries that are grown to peak ripeness. They are non-GMO, pesticide-free, herbicide-free. It's all the micronutrition that we need, okay? It's blended. It's put into a capsule, and it's pretty simple. Blend it up, put it into a capsule. I'm going to even show you guys. It's pretty small, right? What separates it from the rest is that it actually carries a food label. You see nutrition facts? That's so important. It carries a food label, and that's what Juice Plus is. It's simple. It's not meant to replace fruits and vegetables. It is here to bridge the gap between what we need, which we know, 9 to 13 or 16 to 18 of this, and what we're actually getting, okay? That's what it's meant for. One thing that I don't even have time to totally get into tonight, I'm so passionate about kids and kids' health and the next generation and paying it forward. I have a 7- and 8-year-old myself, so I'm so passionate about that. And one of the things I love the most about our company is that you can sponsor a child for free with Juice Plus. So any adult who starts to take the capsules or the chewables, you have the opportunity to sponsor a child. Even if you don't have kids, you can sponsor one. The child gets free 4 months of Juice Plus. And as long as the adult continues to take it, the child continues to get it for free for 4 years. It's pretty incredible. There's over 1 million children actually around the world who have participated in the study, and it is the largest observational children's health study in the entire world. So we are really proud of that. And I'll just show you quickly. I had those 3 bottles. The chewables come the same colors, okay? Same colors, just in a chewable form that my kids eat kind of like candy. They think it's a really special treat, and they just pop them like crazy. So that's a little bit about that. I also want to share, because we have another amazing product, possibly my favorite thing. It's a macronutrient product. So we've got the micronutrients, we've got the macronutrients. These are our amazing complete shakes. So you see we've got the single serves and we've got the big pouches. Macronutrients are all about balancing carbs, proteins, and fats, okay? It's essential for fat loss, muscle building, and those sorts of results that people are looking for. It's often said, and I say this, and my background is in fitness. I'm a personal trainer. fitness is 20% exercise, 80% nutrition. And I'm a fitness fanatic. And I believe that to the fullest extent, okay? You just can't out-train a bad diet. So these shakes, it's perfect for meeting people where they're at. For me personally, I use like chocolate complete and water, honestly, pre or post workout. That's my very favorite thing. I do it in the mornings, I do it in the afternoons so I don't get hangry. We make energy balls out of them all the time. My kids love that. My kids dump it in their oatmeal. My kids are 7 and 8, like I said, and they make their own shakes. Sometimes they use almond milk. Sometimes they use water. We make full smoothies out of it. It's so versatile, and I'm absolutely, if you can't tell, in love with it. Obviously, we have, as I showed you, vanilla and chocolate. And, it's just a protein powder with loads of superfoods. It also has a nutrition facts label. How cool is that? So important that it's real food, okay? So it's vegan. It is gluten-free. It's highly bioavailable, low glycemic. We also, for all you bar fans, we do have bars in 2 different versions, 2 different flavors as well. So that is kind of our complete line. And then we have one more thing that I did hold up earlier. I just didn't speak of my, I almost said my other favorite product. They're all my favorites, but this is incredible. It's our newest, okay? Has been in the works for about 10 years. And it is actually, believe it or not, completely plant-based omega. So very different from most omegas that are on the market today. I don't know if you guys know this, but fish actually don't produce omegas. They get them from the food that they eat. So our omega is straight from the food source. We skip that middle fish. It is a vegan cold pressed capsule, which honestly is quite revolutionary in its own rights. They taste pretty citrusy. My kids actually love to just suck on them, suck the juice out of them. And if you've ever taken any sort of other thing, fish oil or omegas, then you know that they don't typically taste good. It's awesome because it's straight from the plants. So those are our amazing, that's our consumable products, right? I do want to share quickly that we also have an amazing program that goes along with these products. So anyone who decides to take the products, you get massive value added when you utilize our health program that is absolutely free, totally free. It is just part of what we do. So it includes the eating guide, recipes, amazing online support, online workouts, as much support as you can imagine, okay? And you can get with the person, whoever invited you to hop on this, to learn more about it. But for me, it's more about the stories, the results that people have gotten. And so I want to share a little more of my story, and I want to introduce Robin and have her share her story. And I want to have AJ share her story, because that's what it's all about. That's what we get to do. And we really get to just put this all together. So for me, I would say I've been on a health journey since I was in high school, because I've always been kind of that person that thought they were healthy or was trying to get everybody else to be healthy. But honestly, it was 10 years ago when I was 28 years old. And at the time, I thought I was as healthy as I could be. I had just finished being a collegiate basketball player. I was doing a lot of things. Personal training, running a fitness center, teaching group fitness classes, in very, very good physical shape. I also ate very well. However, I had chronic inflammation, horrible joint pain. I rolled out of bed most mornings because my joints hurt so bad. I lived on ibuprofen, and I thought, you know what? I'm 28 years old. It's going downhill. I have totally beat my body up. I'd had 8 surgeries in about a 4-year period. And so I had a lot of inflammation going on in my body, but I thought because I was very physically fit, I was healthy. Man, it's funny to even think about that now. But thank goodness, at the time, my husband and I were ready to start a family. So I started to search for prenatal nutrition, hence the nutrition facts label. And I knew enough to know that I didn't want vitamins. I wanted real food. I wanted nutrition in my body. So I got introduced to Juice Plus, fruits and vegetables in a capsule. And I saw the research, and I knew that that's what I needed. If I was lucky enough to get pregnant, that's what I wanted going into my body. And so I started it at that point. Here we are 10 years later, and I'll tell you guys, my kids are, I keep saying 7 and 8, and they are. My 8-year-old will be 9 tomorrow. And to this day, they don't know what it means to have a sick day. They've been to the doctor for well-child checkups and a couple broken arms and some stitches and glue. But not sickness. And I know that that's because a big part, because they have had a compounding effect of these encapsulated fruit and vegetable powders in their bodies every single day since before they were born. So, you know, some of the research shows the improved immune function, and that's definitely the case for our family. My husband as well is a college basketball coach who travels an insane amount. He's not been sick in 7 years, going on 8 years now, actually. And then for myself, who was as healthy as I could be when I got started, just doing this as a prenatal, here I am now 10 years later. I'm in just as good a shape as I've ever been in. I'm just as physically active. I just don't have the joint pain. I don't have the inflammation anymore. It's something that I thought, because I'd beat my body up so bad, that I was going to live with for the rest of my life. So here I am now, getting younger every year that I get older, and I am in love with it. And so I would love to pass it on. I'm going to introduce my friend Robin and have her come on here and share a little bit of her story.
Awesome. All right. Thank you. You can hear me? My name is Robin Eisenweiss, and I live in Raleigh, North Carolina. I am a mom of a college graduate, a college junior, and a high school junior. I'm married for 28 years to a cancer doctor. So you would think that we would be a very conscientious family as to what we put into our diet. But 6 years ago, I heard about Juice Plus when our family was visiting our doctor's office monthly. And I thought it was just normal until we started flooding our bodies with whole food plant-based powder. And those monthly sick visits turned into once a year sports physical. We started looking for answers when our youngest daughter developed an allergy to any fruit or vegetable that had a pit or a seed. So she basically stopped eating anything that wasn't processed. She was eating a lot of white and orange food. A few months after she started eating the Juice Plus gummies, she asked for, she was like 10 years old, but she asked me for an apple, which I couldn't believe because she always had severe reaction to anything like that. Peaches, avocados, and she absolutely had no reaction. So she completely reversed her allergy, and her health has dramatically improved. And if you got on early, you heard us talking about field hockey. Just came from a game tonight, and she's planning to play field hockey in college in 2 years at UNC Chapel Hill. And as a mom, I cannot tell you how awesome it feels to know that every day, our kids who are in school, away from our home, are fueling their bodies with over 30 fruits and vegetables and berries. And they love the shakes. They love the omegas. And for my husband, the researcher and cancer doctor, the research behind Juice Plus was really impressive. There's over 38 clinical studies from Harvard, Yale, MD Anderson, and I'm just forever grateful to the doctor who shared Juice Plus with our family, and I'm on a mission to make sure that everybody else knows of this awesome plant-based concentrate. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to my awesome friend, AJ.
Okay, sorry, you were so quick. I wasn't quite ready. Okay, so all right, now we're gonna kind of shift things a little bit here. This is something I'm really passionate about sharing, and that's the incredible business behind these awesome products. And the amazing stories that you've heard tonight from these beautiful ladies are just tip of the iceberg of what you can actually find within this awesome community. So how does a business like this really work? And so I love to say that if you have a cell phone, which we all do, obviously, you can actually work your business from anywhere. And I'm really excited to say that it's really for anyone. So it does not matter your educational background, whether you're a mom, dad, a working professional, whatever your background is, you can do this business in the folds of your day, which is really, really awesome. 18 years or older, $50 a year, you have a virtual franchise that you can take with you anywhere. That's what's really cool. And what I really love, and I've learned so much about, is residual income. Okay, that's something where you're paid past the point of sale. I didn't learn that in college, and I certainly love it now and really respect what that actually means. We also receive retail sales from our customers, just a lot of happy customers. By the way, it should be noted that 80% of the Juice Plus company is just happy customers, which is really, really unique in itself. We also do earn bonuses, which is really fun. They range from $100, $300, all the way up to $10,000, which is like, what? Who doesn't like some extra money, right? That is a big deal. And so what is really awesome as well is that we're really just paid for just telling our stories, just word of mouth. Like you would tell an awesome recipe that you just had, or a really great restaurant that you just went to. Anything like that is possible. Now, this was a big deal for me when I very first started this business 8 years ago. And I was a little skeptical, I'm not gonna lie, like, hey, how does this all work? Am I gonna have a bunch of, inventory in my garage or basement? No, it's what's really cool about it is the company actually, they manufacture, they deliver, they collect from the customers, and then they just pay us monthly, which is really nice. It just shows up as a nice paycheck in my bank account. I say, yes, thank you. And so that was a big deal for me. And also, like, who was I going to reach out to? That was also really big, is like, do I have to just like hound my family or anything like that? But I found it was really organic, no pun intended, how I could just talk to anybody about something that truly was making a difference for my family. And then I could turn around and share it with somebody else. That is really all we do, which is really, really fun. And what I think is really neat about our company is there's no like minimums or quotas or anything like that. Your position is actually permanent within the company. That's amazing, because what happens is life happens. And we have to maybe, come and go as we please through this business, and we're allowed to do that. That's really, really awesome. And there's no glass ceiling. So as you work up the corporate ladder, you're actually finding that there's less support and there's more people that are trying to claw their way up. And it's kind of a dog-eat-dog world, right? It's not very nice, actually. And with our company, we are just, as we continue through the marketing plan, we are just given more support. And actually, we're in over 26 countries, so we can take this thing global, which is even better. I would like some business in Australia and Italy. So if anybody on here knows those people, connect them with us, because we would love it. It'd be so fun. And also something that's really, really unique. I mean, I could keep saying that, but it's true. But the national marketing position, which Robin and Allie and myself have actually met that pinnacle position, it actually comes with a full medical benefits package. Guys, I'm talking like medical, dental, disability. I'm going to keep talking because this is a really long list, but it's good. Life, long-term care, chiropractic, prescriptions, which, let's be honest, people who take Juice Plus this long don't really need prescriptions, which is nice. But this is cool, and Robin will love this because she actually has college-age students. It's college tuition reimbursement. We offer that. It's so cool, and we actually get holiday bonuses. This is the first job I've ever had where I get a holiday bonus. Before it was like a nice card, and I'm like, oh great, you should have saved the $2, right? And also a monthly expense allowance, so I can go and help my team, spread this message of inspiring healthy living as well. I just love it, and so it can be like, like a short-term cash flow or something you really want to, see as an exit strategy for you and your family. And so I am going to share my story here real quick and kind of wrap this all up. So our journey actually as a family started 8 years ago, when actually my friend who's on here, Allie Schnieder, introduced me to these whole food concentrates, Juice Plus, right? And at the time, I was pregnant. And so what I put into my body mattered more than ever. So I really was going to take the time, and I was going to see what this was all about. And when I realized it was real food with real research, I was like, yes, this is an absolute no-brainer. And I was going to share this with as many people that would listen, because if I was gapping nutritionally as a vegetarian for now the last 10 years, and I knew I wasn't getting the 9 to 13 servings that Allie said earlier with the fist size, I knew I wasn't getting that, then my family and friends were like nutritionally starving. So I really had to share this gift of health, and not to mention this awesome, opportunity as well. Skip ahead to today. My now 7.5-year-old is the beacon of health. We just don't go to the doctor. which is, I guess you would say, kind of foreign, but we just don't. He thinks kale is candy, and he will, like, don't get me wrong, he can totally kill a piece of cake at a birthday party. But he has an incredible foundation where he just doesn't get sick. And I really wanted to say yes to this for my husband as well. He's a basketball coach, like Allie's was talking about earlier on the call. And there's a lot of stress and this, that, or whatever, but he was addicted to sugar. We're talking like Skittles, Mountain Dew before collegiate football practice. He was a college athlete. And he is now, in this 8 years, turned around to kombucha and our vegan shake mix that Allie was talking about. Nobody can deny the plant crack of the complete. So anyways, that's where we are now as a family as far as that goes. But when I said yes 8 years ago to this opportunity, I had no idea how much this was going to impact my life today. 3 years ago, I lost my sister after a 20-year battle with cancer. And, you know, she was only 36 years old. She left behind 2 beautiful daughters and a wonderful husband. And because of this business and because of this freedom, I got to drop everything when she went into hospice care. And I didn't have to ask for time off. And I didn't have a loss of pay. And I was allowed to grieve as long as I needed to. And to be honest, I needed that time. I was not ready to come back to work, traditional job. And this summer, my nieces came and stayed with us for almost 2 weeks. And this trip never would have happened if I had a traditional job. There's no way. So I get to weave this business around my life, and I am forever grateful for the time I had with my sister in those final hours and to have that time with her girls. You know, as hard as it is to, you know, share my story, it's so important to understand that, yes, I get to say yes to the fun things like volunteering in Mason's class and vacations and, you know, fun stuff with my team. But I also get to say yes to the really important parts of our life that are not so fun, but our families need us the most. So I just want to say in closing, I just want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. And if anything resonated with you, you know, while you were on live or maybe you're watching the recording, I urge you to reach out to the person who shared this with you and to get your questions answered. For me, although it was, you know, I was still a little bit skeptical about all of this, but I saw what this awesome community was about. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to ask myself a tough question. What if? You know, what if this thing could really work for my family? You know, what if I could make an extra $500 or $1,000? What would that mean for us in our life right now? What could that, you know, mean for your future? And I'm so glad I did. I can't say that enough. Grateful is something I say all the time. And I'm not sure what this would do for you in your life if time and money and relationships were just absolutely flourishing. So I just have to say, you know, this was something that just fell into my life because I was open to something new. So open your minds, open your hearts. And I just have to say it was a pleasure being on with you guys tonight. And if you have any questions, please get with the person who invited you and we can definitely answer those. So thank you so much and have an awesome evening.